Hello, everybody. In this type of video, I'm going to be talking about The Walking Dead, the ones who live. I'm going to be starting with this video with the first episode. So this episode came out on February 24th, 25th, right? I'm recording this as of February 26th. It's Monday. And what can I say? Rick and Michonne are back, right? So I've been following The Walking Dead since around its ninth season, right? I started watching the whole series from the beginning. I finished it. A lot to say about the last, like the last part of the Walking Dead series as a whole. It was kind of weird. But here we're going to be talking about the ones who live. Now, the ones who live stars basically Rick Grimes and Michonne, right? And well, the first episode, we have to understand that The Walking Dead is going through this kind of stage where it's not really so much the drama between groups of people, like groups of survivors, right? Like maybe season 4 was with the governor, or even with Alexandria. Now our characters are facing bigger military challenges. Supposedly, in some weird ways, there's like these organizations, even with military, with stormtroopers, with people that are just, super strong. They defend their territory, and our characters are, joining these circles, these social circles. And, it's just the drama that's unfolding from basically the tyrannical order and being imposed upon our characters. So I kind of miss the days when The Walking Dead was just more about surviving and not so much this like military political army drama. We start off with Rick actually being in this place that's led by the CRM, which are the Civic Republic military. And he is there because they took him after the bridge incident happened back in like season 8 or 9 of The Walking Dead. And he's been there. Like actually one of the first scenes of the new series of The Ones Who Live, episode 1, is Rick trying to escape, right? So he's fighting some zombies, which I thought was just absolutely awesome. I almost cried during that part, because it's like Rick Grimes is back, and he's back doing what he does best, right? Like killing zombies. So he was sitting there like killing zombies, but he was tied. So he tried to escape. He chopped off his hand, right? Like, and you're thinking like, yeah, man, like go, like escape from that place. But then all of a sudden, he gets caught, and you're kind of like, whoa, like. And that's all The Walking Dead, right? Like they just when they used to kill off characters, they'll do things like that, that will really kind of hurt you, right? That will make you say like, oh man, that's bad, like when like Carl lost his eye or whatever, or when Carl died also. So yeah, he loses his hand and he's trying to escape, but it's kind of interesting because the guy, that is basically in charge of Rick's group. Rick is in charge of killing zombies for the compound, I guess. And the series kind of goes a little bit fast in the first episode. So there, it does like a time skip of 5 years, and then a year, and then another year. So at the end of the episode, I believe 7 years have gone by. He tries to escape 4 times, but they only show us his attempt, his only one attempt, right? When he chops off his hand and he tries to escape. And I don't know why this guy, the one that's in charge of Rick, he basically says like, he explains to him that the type A, type B type of people, because remember back in the Walking Dead original series, they said that Rick was the type B, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the girl said you're a type B. And type Bs, basically what they would do to type As is kill them, right? And type Bs, they would kind of keep them around, right? And Rick is kind of like, he develops a friendship, I guess, with this girl that's there too, excuse me. And both of them are type B, right? So this guy is like, you guys are gonna be here because you need to, help us out, right? So I'm not really sure if there's like an internal type of people that are against the overall CRM, right? Like this type of rebellious group, right? That is maybe like a branch off the main government body, right? Or the military body. So things aren't really like that clear cut in the series. I think many people do understand what's going on. I wasn't really understanding what was going on. I haven't watched all of the other series like Fear the Walking Dead. I watched the Negan and Maggie series, but I haven't watched like the other ones. Um, and basically, the whole time Rick is just talking and going on and on and on about Michonne, right? Like, I need to get back to you. I miss you. And then basically just how the CRM organization has secrets on secrets on secrets, right? There's layers of secrets, which I thought was kind of exaggerating it. I was like, there aren't really that many secrets, or we don't really know what the secrets are, like they're just explicitly telling us there are secrets, but they're not really showing us what those secrets are, right? So then eventually, Rick kind of like gives up after like 5 years. He gets turned into this like official, he goes through training, right? And then he turns into an official soldier. So now he's piloting like helicopters and going on missions and things like that. And eventually, he burns like the letters that he's written to Michonne, and the phone as well that has like a drawing of Carl or of Michonne or something like that. And he just gives up. He's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna give up. And he goes very serious, and then he just starts, doing his thing, doing his job. And his commander is like, what's wrong with you, Rick? You've been very serious lately and all this stuff. And Rick's just like, man, whatever. And then at the end of the episode, basically like someone starts shooting the helicopter. His commander dies, I believe. Rick goes out of the helicopter, and Michonne is there, and they meet up, right? And that's where episode 1 ends. So I was kind of like, what? Coincidentally, right? And I saw like a clip of them actually, embracing and, going like and kissing, I think, like, I've missed you. So I guess episode 2 is going to be Michonne's story and how she ended up finding Rick, right? And I believe this is all coincidentally, but the commander, before he dies, he tells Rick something, and he says, you'll know it. You'll know when you'll know when you have to take responsibility or something like that, right? Like, he gives them this talk, like the commander knew something was coming, right? Which was kind of weird, right? So we'll see what the next episode has in store for us. I really enjoyed it. There were these scenes where like Rick was at a park talking to Michonne. He brought a pizza. I'm not sure if those scenes were a dream of his, because every time that those scenes would end, he would wake up, right? So they could have been dreams. They could have been something that he imagined, could have been, or I think there's like 3 of those scenes. I think in the first one they're kind of insinuating that this happened pre-apocalyptic zombie time. But we're really not sure. I believe they may be, or they could even be like scenes that they actually played out, like like people in post-apocalyptic worlds will like pretend that everything is normal, because there aren't really people around during those scenes. So they could have been really like just playing around, in the pizza box. If you say, well, where did they get the pizza? It could have just been an empty pizza box, right? And they could have said, let's just pretend that, we're living in the real world, and, like kind of like a role play relationship scenario. But we're really not sure, the probably the most accurate prediction or conjecture could be that those are just dreams, right? He's just imagining that, because dreams are you dream about what you lack, right? So he lacks Michonne. He lacks that interaction with Michonne. So Rick is probably just dreaming that up because he needs it, right? Because he's lacking it. But yeah, that's my take on this first episode. I don't really have high expectations for this series. There's 6 episodes. Every week I'm gonna be making a video of the review of the episode, and my take on it, and just a summary of what happened in the episode, the highlights. And yeah, I think I also want to say that he tried to escape at a given moment, and they showed Rick saving a little girl, right? And they tell us the backstory of the little girl, like her parents and her whole community died and all this stuff. I thought it was kind of weird that Rick went back to save her, because we've seen Rick as a savage. We know that he can be also very pragmatic and very practical, right? And very cold and calculating. So just the fact that they try to paint him as this like hero, that he's even willing to basically postpone his escape just to save a little girl, it's kind of like, what? Like, you've been trying to escape, you chopped off your hand trying to escape, and then you're gonna tell me that a little girl is more important than getting back home. Um, but again, I don't really know what's going on. I mean, I think they got to show us more of what's going on, so we really get a feel for it, and not just tell us things. Like, I think the narration was excellent, because Rick explains what the CRM are, what they're doing, where he's been at the last couple of years. So I thought that was really great. But yeah, I think we need to see more things evolving. So let's see where this takes us with episode 2 and the following episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit like, subscribe, all that shit, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.